The Immortal Soup!
Yeah, Robotech Battlecry. Awesome game, guys. Awesome game for the GameCube. Definitely worth checking out.
Archer, and I'm a pilot of the Robotech Defense Force. I was born just before the global war. My parents died soon after the war began, so I had to learn how to survive on my own. Sometimes I wonder what kind of person I might have been if things were different. It's one of my darkest fears. If you took the war out of me, would there be anything left? The global war had been going on for a long time. All the experienced pilots were dead. My government was desperate, and the draftees started getting younger and younger. I needed a way to escape all that misery on the ground, so I didn't mind much when I got drafted. Flight training came easy to me. It was like I was meant to be a pilot. They said I had a rare talent, but somehow I didn't see it that way. After a few years, the government dissolved. I became a mercenary, hiring out to any nation that could afford me. I didn't care, just so long as I stayed up in the clouds where I could forget about all the troubles down on Earth. The war ended in a single day. All it took was a miracle. A gigantic alien spaceship broke through hyperspace on a collision course with the Earth and crashed into a small island in the South Pacific called Macross Island. The leaders of the world's nations called a ceasefire and assembled the most brilliant minds of the time to examine the spaceship and assess the possible threat of alien invasion. The evidence they found pointed to a highly advanced civilization with technology far beyond what we had on Earth, something the scientists called robotechnology. But there was an even greater discovery. The scientists found a supply of protoculture aboard the ship, a new and nearly inexhaustible energy source used to power the alien machines. The spaceship was some kind of advanced warship, bristling with powerful weaponry. They called it the Super Dimension Fortress, or the SDF-1 for short. They began rebuilding the ship as they unlocked the secrets of been living in Macross City, helping to rebuild the SDF-1. I was just getting used to my new life when Roy Fokker, the legendary Skull leader himself, recognized me as I was getting off work. We had met a few times during the war. Sometimes I was on his side, and sometimes I flew against him. Over the years, we ended up forming a friendship. He told me he needed pilots to join a new military outfit called the Robotech Defense Force. Roy said they had some new kind of high-performance fighter that could beat anything I ever flew. They called it a Veritech. I made Roy prove it to me. fighter to fighter. Why did the military need a transforming fighter? It was well known that the aliens were warriors, but there was one detail that was kept from the public. In a top-secret debriefing, we were informed that evidence from the crash indicated the aliens were 40-foot-tall giants. The RDF developed the Veritech fighter to fight the aliens on their own terms. It would mean the difference between survival and extinction. After my training, I was stationed with the carrier Prometheus on Macross Island. On the day the final construction of the SDF-1 was completed, the entire city prepared to celebrate. That was when the Zentradi arrived. The SDF-1 belonged to them, and they were determined to take it back.
Alright, here we go. Okay, so here we have the Veritech in motion. As you can see right now, I'm just in the plane motion right now. This is a plane mission. Which is cool. I love when you fire a missile. I just love how gorgeous of a swarm it becomes. And I'll show you that here in a moment here. See, I take a few shots on with the gun. And then I fire away. Look at that. Just boom, boom, boom. It's awesome. And I love the barrel roll. This plane is very maneuverable. It's fun to pilot, and just a gorgeous look to it also. If you have never seen Macross Plus or any of the Robotechs, I do advise watching it. I mean, it's a cool story. It's not weird. I know some anime can get really weird, but this is pretty direct forward, and it's just an awesome story to watch. Especially for a while, I used to love the Zentradis. They're a pretty cool proto-culture type of humanoid. It's pretty cool, though. Almost got this guy right here. Of course, I'm gonna. The Veritech fighters, they have 3 modes that you can switch between. You have, of course, the plane, the Veritech. And then of course you have the Battleoid, which is the full robot, and then you have a Guardian mode, which is like half robot, half plane, which is a pretty cool, awesome idea. As you can see, here's a Guardian mode right here, and these are just short clips of me playing here, so I just chopped it all up. There's the Battleoid right there, and I do a little bit of the Battleoid fighting. Welcome to Macross City. There it is again, Battleoid. That's a Zentradi, I guess, attack pods. That guy's lighting me up with missiles. Dang. Okay. And now in this level, I was able to actually go through all 3 stages of transformation at my own will. You'll see that here later, but I'm just kind of running around as a Battleoid. And then, here we go, I think this is where I transform. Yeah, this is where I transform. Take these 3 down really quick. Oh, no, maybe it's not where I transform. Oh, here's where I transform. Took that dude down really quick and decided, let's hightail it out of here in a jet. Take that, Transformers. And came back to... Then I go into Guardian mode here.
Along with it, I nearly got killed when that happened, and was in the hospital for months before I could fly again. After recovering from my injuries, they stationed me at Alaska base. All my friends from the academy were on board the SDF-1, and I wondered if I'd ever see them again. The SDF-1 didn't get a very warm reception when they returned. The United Earth government flatly refused to help them. They had survived for a year out in space, under constant attack by the Zentradi, only to be told that they weren't wanted back on Earth. Chiron, who was maybe the worst of the Zentradi warlords, continued to launch attacks on the SDF-1 after it returned home. When I heard that Roy Fokker had been killed, I visited the SDF-1 to attend his funeral. That's when Chiron chose to attack. Captain Gloval decided to test out a new barrier system they had developed. which enclosed the SDF-1 in a protective energy shield. It even worked. For a while, anyway.
It's good to see you again, Jack. I wish it were under better circumstances.
You just worry about those fighters. I'll try to keep you out of trouble.
Okay. This is a cool mission scene right here. But what's cool about the Guardian is the fact that you still have the maneuverability as a plane with a little bit of the speed, and you can fire the cluster missiles and use your gun. But the cool thing is you can actually punch and grab things and pick up things, and you have a few missions in this game where you have to pick up people and help them. And so it's a pretty cool concept. Now, I wish they would remaster this game. I wish they would put this on the new systems. That would be so cool to just have another Robotech Battlecry, or just a new Robotech altogether, and just make something crazy and destructive. You know, 'cause some of these battle scenes in Robotech Battlecry can be pretty big, as you can see in the space here. Well, we're not in space, we're in the atmosphere, but there are some space battle scenes that are huge, and it's pretty cool just seeing the laser blast right by you. Kind of feel like Star Wars, but definitely like the cell shade. I think it added to the game, and I think it was appropriate for this game. I think if they would have done it any other way, I might have not liked it. I love the anime, so I love the cell shade in this. So I hope they do decide to remaster that. It'd be cool. But this game's definitely worth checking out if you still have a GameCube. This game is not hard to find. You can find it on eBay or Amazon. Mine, I believe, was only $6. Never pay $100. I know some people out there trying to sell it for $100. The game is awesome, but please, come on, be realistic here, people. Anyways, enjoy the rest of this clip. It's almost over, and I'm gonna go back to playing this. Have a good day. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments, and tell me if there was I can't even speak. Tell me if there's a video game that you would like to see me post, and I'll see what I can do for you. All right, have a good day. Bye.